Alright guys, collector's review time. Today I have the Gourai Changer. Specifically the Gourai Changer of Kuwaga Raiger, or the Ninja Storm Navy Ranger, or the Navy Thunder Ranger from Power Rangers Ninja Storm slash Ninpuu Sentai Hurricanger. It's a wrist changer, as you can see, and the Gouraigers, as they're called in Ninpuu Sentai Hurricanger, or the Thunder Rangers, as they're called in Power Rangers Ninja Storm, they're basically bugs. They're basically bug rangers. We don't have many bug rangers, and for some reason I like them. I think it's because I like Kamen Rider, and Kamen Rider is mainly based around insects, super powered insects. But it's fun. It's unique. I like it. So when it comes to bug rangers, we have the Thunder Rangers, or the Gouraigers, and then to mind Go Busters. Sorry that took so long for me to get out. Beat and Stag Buster, the Gold and Silver Ranger from Tokome Sentai Go Busters. They're also bug rangers. So really, that's really all I can think of. Why have we not had more insect-themed rangers? I think it would be cool if they would do an entire series based around insect rangers. That would be really cool. Why not? Why not? You can, spiders, wasps, beetles, mantises, even lots of martial arts styles are based around insects. Get inspiration from the form and style of an insect, and you can, turn that into a martial art. So why not? Just do it. Take my advice. Take my advice. Seriously, we need more bug rangers. Anyway, the Gourai Changer. And again, like I said, this is specifically the Gourai Changer for Kuwaga Raiger. I got this used on eBay. I think I've had this for a couple of years now. 2015 is when I picked this up. So about 3 years now, I've had this in my possession. And the reason why I say this is specifically for Kuwaga Raiger is because of the antenna decoration on the Morpher itself. This is removable. You just pull it right out like that, and it's they're flexible a little bit. Not too much. It's still considered like a hard plastic, but it's just flexible enough to where if a kid got a hold of it, they couldn't just break it or anything. It'll just bend and form right back into place. But yeah, it just snaps right in there, just like that. It holds pretty good, and it's interchangeable. I think if you were to buy this new, it would have come with both Kuwaga Raiger and Kabuto Raiger's antenna pieces, or their pincers, I believe is what it's supposed to represent. But since I like Kuwaga Raiger or the Navy Thunder Ranger better than I do the Crimson or Kabuto Raiger, I just like the look of Kuwaga Raiger a lot better. I would love to do a cosplay as that Ranger, because he's really, really cool. But yeah, when I bought this on eBay, it only came with Kuwaga Raiger's pincer accessory and Thunder disc. So, what are you going to do? Bought it used. But at least it comes with the original strap. And this is the Bandai of Japan version. This is not the Bandai of America version. I don't even really remember if we had. Yeah, I think we did have a Bandai of America version. But at this point, I should probably pick up a Bandai of America version of this if I could find one, just to compare it, obviously, and just to have it, since Bandai no longer has the master toy license for Power Ranger toys. I believe Hasbro does now. So again, I can leave a link to one of my older videos at the end of this video to my video talking about Hasbro taking over the master license for Power Ranger toys. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on with it. As you can see, it looks like a bug. It's a bug. It's a bug. It's a bug. With to look like wings and everything. It's got everything simulated. though Ninpuu Sentai Hurricanger is a ninja cultural-based series in Japan. Here in America, they were still ninjas. They still went to a ninja school, learning to be ninjas and get their ranger powers that way. At least they kept the same story Ninja Storm did from Ninpuu Sentai Hurricanger. Unlike Power Rangers Ninja Steel, where it took the source material from Shuriken Sentai Ninja, which is a ninja-based series, but here in America, they're not learning anything about ninjas. They're not learning anything at all. Everything's just being handed to them. None of these kids studied ninjutsu before they became a Power Ranger, but now that they're a Power Ranger, now all of a sudden they want to be ninjas and practice ninjutsu. It really, really makes no sense. The only ninja in the entire series, or ninjas, if you could say, are Brody and his brother Levi. But even then, they don't ever really make references to it. They'd hardly ever make references to anything ninja related, and I don't get why. I really don't get it. I don't get it. Why don't they? Perfect opportunity. But again, it's a wrist morpher, so I'll go ahead and put it on my wrist. It is the original strap, so it may not fit all too great, but it fits. It's on there. It fits. It has not many functions, not as many as you think it would, but even in the show, whether it's the Japanese or the American show, it really you only see like 2 functions out of it. One, this red button right here, and there's a light right there, lights up, flashes green, and I believe that's the call sound for the device whenever they need to communicate with each other. That's the call sound. Really weird call sound. It sounds more like a foreign cop car. But what are you gonna do? It lasts a little bit longer than you think, and it just kind of fades down, as you can hear. The sound it doesn't just cut off, it fades down. And then it cuts out. But like I said, it comes with these power discs, which the rest of the Rangers in the series, they also have wrist morphers. They pretty much all have wrist morphers, for the exception of the Hurricanger, or the Green Samurai Ranger, as we call him in Ninja Storm. He uses an orb, a special orb, to transform, while the rest of them all use wrist morphers. The Gourai Changers and the Wind Rangers, or Hurricangers, as they're called in Japan. And that's another thing. I don't ever get why they called the Hurricangers Wind Rangers in Ninja Storm here in America. The only Ranger that had the power of wind was the Red Ranger. So why did they just call them the Wind Rangers? Shouldn't they have just called them Ninja Rangers? That would have made more sense. They're ninjas. It's not like way back in 1990, what was it? Way back in 1995, when they did Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers, those were supposed to be Ninja Rangers. Those were supposed to be the Kaku Rangers. But of course, since we made them aliens, not going to make any reference to the fact that, hey, they have ninja powers. We're just going to retheme everything and use stock footage, which Saban is good for. But for the morphing sequence of the Gourai Changers, first, we have to... There's no on and off switch on this toy, by the way. I wanted to go ahead and say that because they take LR44 batteries, not AAAs or AA's, LR44s, which are really, really rare and hard for some people to get their hands on. They don't sell them just in every corner store or grocery store. Sometimes you have to go to a special battery store or a Best Buy or someplace like that just to get a special battery, and that's really, really annoying. And then coupled with the fact that it doesn't have an on and off switch, so I don't know whether or not this specific toy is constantly drawing power from that battery or not. Again, it's really, really frustrating. I'd like to know whether or not it's drawing power, whether it's on or off. That way I know I still have energy in the battery when I want to go use the device, when I want to go, play with the toy, basically. I know, a full-grown man talking about playing with toys. It's absolutely hilarious, but I'm a nerd, so what do you expect? To open this up, and it's going to go ahead and make the morphing sound, because you can't open it without, and put this in without that happening. Like I said, there's no on-off switch. But you take the disc, it just clips right on there. It just pulls right off. Simple, easy. Now the Wind Rangers, their morphers, or the Hurricangers, their morphers, they would insert the disc and spin it to morph. But in the Gourai morpher, this doesn't spin. It locks down into place. You can't move it or anything like that. Let's go ahead and close that up. And that's basically, you can see the edges of the disc, the outline of them on the outside of the wings represented here, but can't really see much of it until you morph, the device is opened. The Japanese way that they would morph is more exciting, obviously, than it is here in America. It usually is. That's just usually the way it goes. But in Japan, I'll just demonstrate. In Japan, they would have a motion. They would hold their fingers like so, start in a downward position, and then they would bring it up to here, say, Jinai Shinobi Change, and they would move their arm from one side of their face to another, and then they would hold this hand out, then use another 2 fingers, and then hit up on the switch that is located right at the bottom of the device here. So it's Jinai Shinobi Change. And you don't have to hold the switch down or nothing. Once the wings are deployed, you can take your fingers off the button here. But of course, for the morphe sequence, they usually keep their fingers on the switch, just because it looks cooler that way, I suppose. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, there's only 2 functions of this toy. 3 if you include the fact that the wings, it's actually open. But you've got the call sound activated by the red button, the morphing sequence, which is activated by this, one single flashing green light there, and of course the deployable wings. And the pincers are removable. If you end up buying this device new from Japan, like I said, it comes with both the Kuwaga Raiger and Kabuto Raiger's power disc and their respected pincers. I guess that's what you would call them, pincers, like Zoidberg pincers. And that's pretty much it. So not much else to say about it, guys. Give you a good close up there. And it is pretty sturdy. I mean, it's not like it's not shaky or anything like that. There's no moving parts around. There's nothing to shake it up. Even if you drop it, the worst that could probably happen is that the wings might deploy if this here is struck in any kind of way as you drop it. The strap is removable, albeit it's a little hard to remove sometimes. So if you want to do replace the strap with, like, say, a different color strap, or just a larger strap if it doesn't fit, if the normal strap doesn't fit your wrist, which luckily it does fit mine. And that's pretty much it. There's on the back of it, if you pull up the strap a little bit, you can definitely see. Yeah, it takes three. I thought it took 2. It takes 3 LR44 batteries, and of course it's got the Japanese trademark symbol lettering all over it. Trademark 2002, this version anyway, but it was made Bandai of Japan 2001, serial number, and it says made in China, which again is a little bit contradictory because it's Bandai of Japan, but it's made in China. But pretty much everything is made in China nowadays. Even though this was back in 2001, things have been being made in China for a long time, especially toys. A lot of toys are made in China, unfortunately. So Bandai, and I've said it in collector's reviews before, whether it comes from Japan or America, more than likely it's going to come from China. It's going to be made in China anyway. But the different branches of Bandai, respectively, from Japan and America is what makes the complete difference, obviously, because Bandai of America, as we all know, they don't want to put any money or effort or love into their toys, because they just figure, oh, it's just for a kid. It's just for a kid. They'll just play with it for a week, drop it, break it, lose it, or just get bored with it. But no, like I said, you want quality, you go for Bandai of Japan version. When it comes to Super Sentai Power Ranger toys, always go for Bandai of Japan. So, again, it's a quick review, but there's not really much to say because there's really not much to it. So that was the Gourai Changer of the Gouraigers / Thunder Rangers from Ninpuu Sentai Hurricanger / Power Rangers Ninja Storm. Specifically Kuwaga Raiger, the Navy Thunder Ranger. So until next time, guys, that's been my review. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to leave comments. You all know the deal. Later. Shinobi Change.